welcome back to the Highland Point Mall. You're sitting with Asperman. We're going today to run a 10-day through run. I did 20 days on the previous episode and that was a bit of an ordeal, so we're calming things down today, and we're going to do 10 days. And the idea here for this episode is I have got absolutely everything fully stocked. The shops are fully stocked, bar one or two where I'm going to game it a little bit. The machines are fully stocked, bar one or two where we're gaming it a little bit. And there should be absolutely no restocking requirements by me for the rest of this episode. That's my hope. We might have to cave along the way, we'll see how bad things get. So basically on day 439 we'll be looking to take a bumper crop of cash out of the machines, and I've just got one little machine to finish off here, one or two, which we're just going to do quickly. And I'll put this back in place. So what we're going to be looking at here is how long, oh no, that's a machine, how long things take to run out. We've kind of looked at this in bits and bobs, but I've never done it kind of properly like this as an exercise. So we're sort of going back to the basics really. Some of these early machines, how long does it last before you need to restock it? That's what we're looking at. What am I doing? A drinks machine, aren't I? Let's just buy those. The drinks machine's outside, as you can see. I've got all the flavours. But my drinks machines have not been stocked up in so long. Mind you, then again, neither of my shops in a lot of cases. So this is rather pleasant and rather different for me. Rather than running around, well, and you watching, I guess, rather than running around the mall sort of looking empty and a bit run down in times, we're going to have a lovely mall. That'll do. Everything's stocked, as you can see as I'm going by. The customers are going to be happy. If one of these little people complains about not finding anything, we shall just take a deep breath and go, we did our best. Right. I think it was over there, wasn't it? Yeah, it's fine there. Right, this thing's going outside. Since I moved these machines outside, I mean, they've been pretty much stocked up. When they were dotted about the mall like this, like this one, empty, it's been days and days and days, probably since this had cash in it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, nothing simple, is it? Right, there we go. Go on. Oh, you monkey. Right. If you're wondering what magic that was, I pressed the G button to drop. Right. Oh, now we need to go put some stuff in it. And this is the very last thing to fill up. It is, because if I do find anything else, I'm done. We'll let it roll. So yes, I'll be taking a note of what day number. So everything's full on. We're looking at the end of the day number there, so it's 0 now. We cash collect now going forward on the 9. Start a new episode for YouTube's on the 0, and sort of plan what I'm going to be doing over the next 10 days. Well, this one I'm going AFK. It might be a few hours before I get back, because as you might have guessed, I've pulled a bit of an all-nighter. So I do need to go and get some rest. But like, it took me 5.5 hours to stock up. 5.5 hours. It's crazy. So I've completely gone OTT, and anybody watching these saying, oh yeah, that's a good idea, oh let's do that, let's have 100 claw machines in the bloody car park. Think twice, seriously. But that's your game. You do it your way. Uh, but yes, I mean, I was scaling back, and I suddenly decided to, well, let's go for a bumper crop. And it's what a lovely feeling, actually. 10 days in game, and I don't need to do a thing. I can, just stocking wise, so we can go and have some fun. I'm going to have some nice artistic-y sort of episode. Well, not episodes. This is the episode clips of one or two of the shops to finish off. I've decided as well. I want to work again on this, and I'm not quite sure what's happening there, but I don't like it. So I want to push the bit more in a bit with the wine bar, and then see if we can get some more tables and chairs and stuff, and just have it where people are sitting here. Um, yeah, so there's little things like that I want to do. Maybe the same in there as well. Um, we don't think we'll be doing any more outside car park work after the last episode. I can repeat that maybe on the other side at some point, but no, that's too soon. We'll be finishing off Cranky Frank's pan shop, aka the homewares shop. I might be putting that back a bit how it was, or at least doing a bit of work on this side. Actually, that's quite nice, I like that. But this side's obviously, it was all rearranged thinking I was going to do something, and then that mad plan fell apart. I think we're, yeah, like I've said before, a little bit of work finishing off a few more plants and things in there. So yes, just these last few shops. The tech shop's good, happy with that, happy with this. Yeah, Pillville Pharmacy definitely needs work. Oh, well, there's a little job for me to be getting on with. The previous episode, I'll let you go and find out if you haven't seen it what that's all about. Look, we even stocked up places like this. I haven't seen a gold bar in ages. Oh, it's already bearing fruit, look. Somebody's already been in here. 599. I used to get 550 for them. Good grief, all them gold bars are sold for 550. If I'd have had an extra $49, that would have been quite a lot of money. My voice is going. Even these got stocked up. Everything's stocked up. Oh, don't look in there. Don't look in the cinema. That's another area we're going to be looking at. So yes, pretty happy with most of the shops now. So yes, I reckon by the end of this episode I'll have all my shop converged. Well, that's a good thing to aim for, although I am sort of more, I have now over deadlined on getting the earlier videos up onto YouTube. That has to be my priority, which was the idea here. Just set this going. I'll be running full days here, so I'll be waiting for tills to stop ringing, even if in real life this episode might take a day or two to actually complete. I don't care, because it'll be half hour, it'll be 3/4 of an hour to an hour per, not for you, but for me, for each day. So there could be, we'll have to see how quickly, but I will be looking to maximise. Yeah, 45 minutes usually. Then I've got a few minutes, haven't I, swapping over the day, and 10 minutes here and there for not being efficient. So yes, I expect it'll be like that. So yes, welcome along. If you're new here, we've been. I hit number 1 on the leaderboard just over a week ago now. Yes. Well, that's when I started doing YouTubes. Yes, it was the previous weekend. So I thought, you know what, that's something, and I'll start documenting this. And the three videos went up fairly quickly, which seemed to have gone down well. We've got subscribers and one or two likes here and there. Not a massive audience, but then again, haven't done any marketing really, apart from just commenting here and there on other people's videos without trying to be self-thingying. So it's a bit of a fine line, but at the same time you want to tell everybody, hey, look, this is what I'm doing, come over here, look at me. But then, people don't like you doing that, do they? So I've got to get my head around going forward how to get YouTube numbers up, but that's a different episode maybe. Might start a playlist how to game YouTube or something. Right. So I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch you up later on in the day, and we'll see where we're up to. Right, finally, the old... crikey, this day's got like 10 o'clock already. The old leaderboard is updated from the previous episode. I couldn't get a clip at the end. Well, maybe not the previous episode, of the previous run, because I think the previous episode with this one will be a little video just showing me go through the pain barriers of stocking up. But yes, when we left the actual runs, I was stuck on 317 until about 5 minutes ago. It's taken this long to update. We dropped quite a big payday in. We would have been number 2 about an hour ago, because Kim was sitting at number 1 and Red had number 2 and so forth. So we should have been at the number 2, but I was still stuck down at 5 or whatever down here. But of course, since then, some of the Billionaires Boys clubs turned up and pushed us all back down a bit. But we don't worry about that, so we sort of my little leaderboards as this group here, all pretty, well, very active players and having a good old battle at the minute. And where has he gone? Oh, has he logged out now? Oh no, he's there. iFeeksy and I have been sort of literally neck and neck for 8 days, so we're both playing similar game. Apart from he probably had his shops open, and most of the time I didn't. So with a massive effort on the previous video, we've managed to take the lead again. But it'd be interesting because sometimes I disappear for a few hours and then come back and he's back in front of me. So jolly good fun. But this time I've bridged the gap a bit more than usual. Normally when I've sort of got in front of him, it's been by a couple of mil or something. So now he'll be looking at this. Oh, actually it's not that much. It's about 9, isn't it? Oh, it's not that much. So yeah, it'd be fun and games, seeing if we can stay in front now rather than do that zigzag. Okay, I was just pleased to see that finally, because I was getting a bit worried again. Oh, have they lost all that, in transit or something? But yeah, it does take time to update this. Shame these boys turned up before I could have clipped that at number 2. Would have looked a bit better for the sake of this one, but never mind. Gives us something to keep an eye on later down the episodes to see where we're doing in there. Right, I'll see you shortly. Okay, we're well past the 10 o'clock mark. I haven't done anything, I've just been stood here. Still got a few stragglers. Oh, a little queue still here. Why aren't you moving? As you'll have noticed in previous episodes, we've identified a bit of a bug when they come for if there's one item left in a store, just one in the whole store, causes massive queuing issues. I have reported it. I do look every day, every few hours to see if there's any patches out in the game. The recent patches they did have been fantastic. I'm recording this, I don't know what the date is. Where are we? December the 9th. So it's about a month and a week since the game was launched. The game being obviously Mall Simulator, which I didn't mention at the beginning. And we started playing about 3 days after it launched. And that just nicely coincided with a lot of time off work for one reason or another. So lots of time on our hands. A new game to get our hands, to get busy with. And I did what I usually do and just went overboard and played it to death. And laddered up quite well. So once we got close to the top, I just thought, right, let's go for it. And we've been playing a nice sort of normal game up to that point. well, I was also trying things out, and I was trying to beat the lag, and I was successful in doing that, which helped us get to where we are. I did that by loads and loads of racks, not racks, front of house shelves. These things, as you can see from the state of this shop, there's loads of them. So each thing had loads and loads of space, and in some cases there was extras in the back and all sorts. If you go back through and re-watch previous videos, there's all sorts of stuff going on in stock rooms and all sorts of things. So since the patches came out and we can use restockers during the day and things like that now, which was impossible before, I've been going round and putting the shops back to look nice and pretty. We have loads of claw machines, but you know what I've just sort of realised? I don't actually have any sort of public facing claw machines now in the mall at all. They're all hidden away. We've got all the other machines out on display, but I don't actually have any claw machines. I've gone to such great extents to hide them away that I didn't actually leave any out, and it would have been okay to have one or two dotted around, wouldn't it? But anyway, I suppose we've got them out the front, that'll do. I used to out the front have it stocked with all sorts of, you know, all the different toys and things, and I missed a trick. I should have gone back to that really. Yes, it's all gold at the minute, but what I do need to do is put another machine down, so if I do stock it with all the toys I actually get them all. I was doing like 6 out of 7 or something, which kind of defeats the point. Still got plenty of these tills aren't really flowing, are they? I'm just having a wander around, see if there's anything obvious. They are going, so if they're going, you know, it's just how fast. It shouldn't be this slow. Sometimes just walking around and jobs to do. Let's watch the gold shop for a minute, see what they're selling. I had a bit of a nightmare restocking on the gold shop. So yeah, we won't need to do any restocking in here for like a long time. Come on. As soon as I walk away, you watch, they'll do it. Let me just look at the time. 11. I'm just checking the time of previous clips to try and work out how long past 10 o'clock we are. One of the questions I did sort of have to myself, with every machine being stocked and every machine gets used in sort of equal amounts over time, you know, in that group of machines, so that's going to impact the amount of things the customers have to do to visit all these machines, of course, and things. This queue's annoying. There's no real reason why that should be happening. I suppose the place is just so busy, really, still. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn all the restockers off we don't need them, so we might as well. I don't think they cause much drain when there's nothing for them to do, but just in case there's any drain at all, and it helps with performing a mod, I'll take them all out. We'll probably have to pay them for today, but going forward it'll save us a little bit of money on the wage bill, although we really don't care about $1,000 a day. I should have clipped this bit out, but we're nearly there now. Right, 2 more to go. What's the phrase from The Apprentice? You're fired! Right, this is a mess we need to sort out here. Let's have a little play with this while we're waiting. Oh, it's a funny angle. Did that drop nice? That'll do. Yes, let's just start having a little think about. Space is tightish. Oh, it is very tight. Well, that's the back of the displays. We could just lose a bit of the wall here. Push these back. If we have to lose a machine or two somewhere else, can live with that. Oh yeah, we can gain a few feet in game terms, can't we? If that's a little foot there, we can gain a few feet, which will be enough, because that will set that display back. We can push the counter back as far as I can, and then try and get some tables in. Is there anything I can do back here? Maybe these things are so bloody big. Oh, I suppose we could squeeze them in. It won't look pretty, but actually there's more space there than I'm thinking. Right, let's a little bit further. Oh, the gap's wider at that side than this side, so that's getting. Right, now we need to. What have we got going on here in the corner? Not a lot. I suppose we could bring the machines out from sort of here. Do you reckon we could fit 2 there and still have a gap? I do. In which case we can pull 2 of these out, turn that round. Let's get as tight as we can. It is just overflow. We kind of got all of this at the front as well. Till seems to be pinging better behind the scenes there. Whatever blockage we had seems to have gone. It's very tight, but it'll work. If I can get round, they can. Well, that's not always true, actually. Right, what are we doing with this thing? We might need this in a minute to hide the wall of shame over there. For now, let's just put him outside. Try not to forget about him. Oh, actually, maybe we could have like a little entrance way with that machine here, so you have to sort of walk down here through the machines into that bit. Crikey, you're freeing up quite a lot of space here. We could, you know, if we did leave the front like that, we've just freed up all this space to put, you know, walls of shame in and things. Right, how much room? I've freed up a lot more space than I was thinking. So I suppose these could go right at the back. Put a little wall of shame back here. Let's do something a little bit different. Right, now let's grab our actual, use this as the, instead of an ad board. Right, we'll still be able to get down there to collect these. Actually, we don't. We'll have to see what it looks like from the front view. Oh, don't like that. There we go. Sorry if I'm a bit mumbly when I'm doing work like this. I've noticed my voice tends to drop a bit and I'm mumble away to myself very quietly. Nobody can hear me, so I do apologise. I'm trying to learn not to do that. Right, let's from the front, if I can get a view. Ooh, look at this. Okay. I don't want to see the games behind. We'll need to leave a gap though for that. We'll work something out. We'll get there. I think, have I got any spare, whoops, any spare racks of these in the back? What's that? Fridges. No, they're the little things, aren't they? Yep. Doesn't look like it. What are these? Is that stock? Or? Yeah, okay. Right, we need to order. Of course, even though that bar is in the tech shop, it's actually the supermarket that controls it. And with a bit of jiggery pokery and camera trickery, the man from the tech shop looks as though he's selling beer. Not the tech shop, the game shop. Which, right, where are we now? I've lost him. Supermarket. That's what we're looking for, isn't it? Yeah, let's get 4. I've probably got them kicking about all over the place in the back of there thinking about it, but not to worry. I need a gap there. So if we do something like, if I put it right in front of it, it'll obscure the view. That might work. We'll see. I thought I'd try just something a little bit different today. I normally sort of skip when I'm doing this sort of work and or fast forward and stuff. I thought, well, let's just have a little bit of playthrough. I don't know, what do we think, people? Originally I was just going for the corner and I thought, well, will that look... Oh. Actually, quite like that. Let's keep going. Now we need to be able to get in, of course, so that might be our limit. So that's just a bit of a mess all there. Maybe if we do something like this. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that. Okay. Did I try this before when we were doing this room? I couldn't get it to work. I seem to remember. Oh no, that works, okay. Well, that's better then, isn't it? Right, so now as we approach, we're completely... Customers can get through that little doorway. So can I. I can slip down there easy enough. We can get in here easy enough. Put a plant or something in there, make that look pretty. Let's go and pinch one from somewhere. You. Will you work? Where was it? There. Come on. We need every millimetre. That'll do. What's it look like from out here? Okay, well we've got a bit of a plant sticking up, but... Alright, well as you enter I suppose you've got a bit of green, don't know. Not sure about that one, but for now we'll leave it there. Right, so let's make this look good. Can I get behind the counter? Oh yes, here. Right, let's pinch some beer. Bit more than that, please. Now, we did say before I wanted the wine to show if the beer runs up, so shall we have beer on this shelf? Maybe this shelf. We could probably get away with leaving the bottom shelves empty. I think I already have, look. Right. So we need to clear all the beer off the top shelf, don't I? Is that them all the new ones done? Let's grab that. We can stick in there. Right, pop next door, pinch some wine. Actually, I will need my restockers on, won't I? I'm not thinking about restocking the shops up as they sell things. Thinking about it, that's caught me out in the past. So I might go and put them back on now the tills are flowing a bit better. It probably was the restockers actually causing the problem, they usually do. Even now. A lot better than they were, for sure. Did they get everywhere? Yeah. Right, let's just turn the supermarket restocker on at least. And then these shelves should fill up for us. Not a lot happening, is there? Oh dear, what's going on now? Are you busy? What's that box down there? I don't like the look of that. Are we up? Hang on, something going wrong here. Oh, I can't even pick those boxes up. Right. Oh, I suppose I could put it on the shelf for him, couldn't I? Or was it a her? There's some issue in here. Right, come back. That's a him. Right, you should have grabbed a box by now. He's the only one working. We've still got queues. It's way after the 10 o'clock mark. Maybe because of all, like I said before, maybe just all the machines being full of stock. There's so much for these people to do that they've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous compared to previous episodes. They're very happy. They've all got lots of things to choose from. Oh, guess that one didn't get emptied. Let's just grab that so we're still close enough to the previous take. I did grab a couple of grand out of some of the one or two of the machines earlier that I'd missed. So today's turnover will be artificially high compared to say tomorrow's. Has he stocked anything, do you think? Let's go and see if he's actually picked a box up. Doesn't look like. Oh yes, right, he's doing something. So he is in the queue. I wish there was a way they could sort of flag these guys to get priority. That would fix a lot of problems. Right, I'm just going to go and check the clip when this day flipped and see what time the day started. Right, yes, I can tell from, because I messed up actually, I flicked the switch a bit early, so I kind of did it on the back end, so when I actually did the intro to this video, it had already I ran outside quickly and did the intro, because I'd hit the switch by mistake. But that clip where I hit the switch by mistake started at 1 hour 5 minutes ago. So this is ooh. Ooh. 1 hour and 5 minutes and we're still busy. Are you going in or what? There's only one film on, it's not that hard a choice. Well, I mean, compared to the previous episode, I was running, I was cutting the day at 10 o'clock. As soon as 10 o'clock came round on the previous episode, I was quitting out and, well, not quitting. We were restarting the day. And if these days are going to take 65 minutes so far, this is going to be another 10 minutes at least, I would imagine. Crikey! Well, one has to sort of compare Say this ends up taking an hour and a half. I'm back to those sort of days when my days were really long. Um, Maybe that's just the setup and all the extra machines and stuff I've got. It does make you wonder then, from a turnover point of view, what's better, sitting here for a day, plus its share of the 5.5 hours time setting up, or is it easier just to not worry too much about the stock at all and just flip your days as quickly as you can? Because in an hour and a half, I mean, I was every 20 minutes we were rolling a day, so every 20 minutes all those adverts were racking up. You could have had. You could have been on your, if you're really super efficient, fifth sort of day by now, which is a significant amount of income on the ad boards, which would probably far outweigh what we're going to do here through the shops. But this is so much nicer. It's relaxed, isn't it, compared to that last episode? I didn't like playing like that. I think I came to the same conclusion previously when I did it. It was like, yeah, you might be able to squeeze a few more quid, but it's so yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go AFK, make a cup of tea, because I thought I was going to be bringing this day to an end, and we're miles off yet. But there's no obvious reasons that I can fix here. We've just got to let the queues unqueue themselves. Yes, I think it's probably self-inflicted. I'd be really interested to know other players sort of, and these kind of day numbers who don't have all the walls of shames and stuff. How, what are your numbers like compared to mine? 'Cause I'm totally in the dark on things like, if having 100 claw machines or whatever, has a negative impact on this, that, and the other. So the only way to be able to know that is by re-rolling the game all the time and trying different things, which obviously you can't do if you, care about the ladder position. And when you're sort of featuring in the top of it, it's hard to give up just to go and test something, isn't it? But anyway, I digress. Okay, I'll catch up with you shortly. And the day draws on. We are now 94 minutes since hitting the switch. Anyway, I've been tidying up here. Got rid of all those racks into the back room now. We're about there really. There's a couple of stragglers left. Just one bloke stuck on the lift. That's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, hello, missus. Where are you going? Well, she's off spending if she's gone that way. Probably just wants to get stuck on the lift with them. Oh no, she's gone on the right one. Right. So what's the old car park? Yeah, down to 3 or 4 cars. Well, 5 or 6 if you can count properly. And we probably won't do much better than that. So we're back to an hour and a half day plays. Plus 5 minutes sort of blue screen of deathing, or very close to, in between the days. Not an actual computer blue screen of death. I'm not on about a crash. I call it the blue screen in between the days. I did time it an episode or 2 back. Was what was it, 3.25 minutes? I suspect that's gone up. So yes, things are starting to be a bit, aren't they? If we have repeats of this, it's going to take about 2 real world days, well, 1 long one or 2 real world days just to record a 10-day episode. compared to yesterday's 20-day episode, which sort of was just a long day. So, interesting. Right, shall we do it? Let's see how we've done. Little bit extra from some of the machines, not a great deal. Oh, that's poor. Oh, of course it's poor. We've got all the stock in. So it's not poor, that's normal. One thing I sort of noticed at the time, but had cut the media feed while it did Blue Screen of Death, was we did have a couple of days in the previous episode where we hit over 500 on customer satisfaction. Yet we closed the store on them early. So we were only doing about, at best, 120 grand turnover. Now that's a factor. Think about this. An hour and a half here. So if we'd have rolled the day 1, 2, 3, 4 times, we'd have done this turnover. Because we were getting 120, so we'd, even if it 4 times, we'd have had 500,000, wouldn't we? And we would have rolled the adverts. Aha! So there you go, if you want to max your income, this is not good. Now what we don't know is the increased benefit here though, of course, of having the customers have full time to go and spend all their lovely money in the machines. So we will have had a bumper down the machines, which we can't really track on a daily basis unless I empty everything every night, and I'm not going another half an hour now on a dead day like this to empty machines, so that's a once every 10-day job. But we need to factor that in. So I suppose you're flipping your machines, or you're giving your you're flipping your adverts, or you're giving your machines maximum amount of time. It's going to be difficult, isn't it, to work the figures out on that. I'll have a little ponder. Right, I'm going to hit this and we'll start a new day rolling. This kind of gameplay though is kind of perfect if you're AFKing a lot. I mean, you can set a day going, you can pop to town, can't you, have a bit of lunch, have a coffee, come back, re-roll your day. So it depends on the game style. This probably suits me better in real life. We'll see. Oh, the joys of computing. Day 432, that blue screen of death just caused my movie editing program to crash out. So I'm now hoping, really hoping, that it saves the project along the way. So I've just spent ages messing about editing a video, and I'll be a bit miffed if I've lost all that. Right, anyway, we start the day. I'll be AFK again for this one really, so there's not much action till the end. I was just looking at the timings on this one. Yeah, to me, sort of getting to switch it on again. It was a little quicker than the previous day, because I'm back here in an hour and a half actually turning it on, whereas the previous day was like an hour and a half, and then I started turning off and blue screen of death and stuff. So, right, I'm going to flick the switch. So we've had 2 full days of trading now on 0 and 1. Stock should be fine. I'm not even going to bother looking really just yet. If things run out, they run out, although we are supposed to be monitoring when they run out. I don't think we'll be anywhere close yet. Oh, I thought these would have sold a bit better. Hasn't done anything. Maybe we'll let this day run through. We'll be sort of a third the way through, won't we, kind of. and we'll have a little look at where the figures are later on. Alright, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, would you like the good news or the bad news? Well, bad news first, eh? The bad news is I've been AFK, haven't done anything, so I've got nothing else to show you just yet. But the good news is I finally got the edit done on that video that's been pestering me for the previous this recording and this one. So these long days, although a bit of a pain in some ways, are actually quite useful if you've got other stuff you need to be doing. Because I can literally work away in the video editing, and I can still hear the tills ringing in the game behind. So that's very good. Right, where are we up to? It's obviously long since gone 10 o'clock. I didn't really take a note of the time when I started. Let me see if I can work out from the first video clip, and then we can see how long we've been. Okay, I just found the clip where I was moaning about the video editor crashing. I did manage to, it did sort of wobble me out a bit, but we got there in the end. So looking at the timestamp of that video, we've been running exactly 1 hour on this day. So that means we potentially have another half hour yet. Let's have a little look around. Usual queues everywhere. Oh, we were going to start looking at things, weren't we? So let's go back to the beginning. I shouldn't have any issues with stock in the shops. So this is sort of after 3 days of trade, isn't it? Okay. Kind of get the feeling those machines do better than that. Mind you, I suppose if you leave them 20 days or something stupid before you empty them, then they're going to have a lot more in, aren't they? So yeah, the photo booths averaging about 500 a day. Varied results in here depending upon the machine. See that one doesn't do that well. Interesting. I was just when I was editing that video, obviously I'm looking at clips of just this sort of. It's the 3. Yes, because I get 430 and 340 kept getting confused in my save files and things. So day must be 340. I start talking about redoing this, and I looked at it then and I thought, oh my goodness, it looks so much better now. Yeah, so that's good. I'll have to do some sort of before and after things, won't I? Let's just have a little peek at the gold. We kind of know all this anyway, but we're just recapping. So after 3 days, trying to get a feel for an average. That's interesting. You see, I was sort of pretty sure we used to do about £2 a day in these machines. Yeah, these are the sort of figures I would be expecting after 3 days. £6 and £4 and this is a bit lower. But this I would say would be the first time actually thinking about it I've had, because if you recall from previous episodes, this gold reserve here was actually to replace all the ones upstairs that were hidden away. I was just, as again happened this morning, it was just ridiculous stocking them. But this is the first time I've had this on and them on. This was supposed to replace them, so there's a sort of, as far as the game's concerned, a lot more gold machines have suddenly kicked in, which they do seem to be lower. Okay, we'll have to see. I mean, it's not end of day yet, so the claw machines could get absolutely hammered now, this sort of time of day. Although there's no evidence of that happening, is there? Have we overdone it, I wonder? Does it have a negative effect if you overdo them? What are these? Yeah, these are quite nice, look. Pretty steady, apart from that last one. Much the same over here, I'd imagine. There's always one. What's up with you? Eh? Sort yourself out. Right. So, full snack machine. It sold one. But I've had other run-throughs and other days where I might see this later. I'm about to edit all the rest of this footage. It just feels like, I'm sure I've had days where I've stacked up things like these, you know, on the day, and then the next day it's just all gone. But it's possible I've, you know, clicked a couple of times and not realised, you know, it's actually more times passed than I'm giving it credit for. But did we not move that? There must have been two. Oh gosh, another one to go outside. Right. I sometimes just find jobs like this, you just got to do it straight away, otherwise they just sit there forever and never get done. Right, you move forward again. You know what, I think I'll just get rid of this sign. What's on it? A ring. Oh, I know where we want more ring boards, in the gold shop. I was contemplating buying some, so we'll just put it in there. I was building up this wall at the back. I was wanting another one for here. Oh, can that just sit somewhere for now? Temporary. That'll do. Oh, actually. Quite like that. Let's just angle it a bit better. A bit further up. Oh, maybe not so temporary. We likes, is it? Okie dokie. Right, totally lost the thread of what we were doing. Oh yeah, we're just milling about, aren't we? Looking at stuff, waiting for people to go home. Oh. You think you've done everything? How the heck did I miss them? Oh, drinks machine's done better than the stack machine. Look, 576, sold a few cans of pop. Nothing out of this one. Maybe they're too close together or something. Oh, these are more like it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, do you know, I've done this with gold before the end of the day, and you think you've had you start scratching your head, and you like come on the next day, and I don't know if there's a bit of behind the scenes level of detail stuff going on, or whether each customer has to physically visit the machines. It appears that they physically visit them, but then sometimes they just seem to fill up out of nowhere, and you think, well, where's that come from? I didn't see anybody on that machine. Right, not a lot we can do really. Doesn't appear to be any sort of oh, what's this doing here? Oh yes, we were working away in here, weren't we? You didn't finish off there. Right, I'm going to remind myself what I was doing in there and have a little potter. I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, I've just run with the theme. I was putting in a diagonal shelf down this side. I've just popped another one in over there. I had to go and quickly buy another shelf. That's interesting the way that's come out, because you kind of get that perspective look, and it actually makes the shop look a lot deeper than it actually is by doing that. Look, I kind of faked a distance perspective. So yes, I like that a bit. I've got to wait for this lot to clear off, then we can just pick the desk up and reassign him. I think I'm going to have him coming long ways down here, which will have the crowd then. It is still a bit tight, isn't it, for the crowd? I'll have to play with that. You can move these desks. I mean, if I try and pick it up, it won't let me. But there is a little trick. You can fire the cashier, move the desk, and then rehire him or her. So it does let you move the desk during the day. But the only problem there is because there's a queue, what happens is you fire him. You sort of pick the desk up and try and position it. She comes along, pops her product. The desk still works, you know, as other things do in this game. If you're carrying things around, they still get used. So they come and start putting their jumpers or whatever, games in this case, on the counter. And once that transaction's happening there, you can't place it. You have to sort of put it back and deal with the sale, and then as quickly as you can. For once, you're saying, "Oh, please lag," so you can have time to position the counter. But I just found it's just too much hassle, really. So, but once the queue's gone, even if the mall's not empty, you know, we can then risk just doing that. Doesn't seem to do any harm if you do move them, if there's a queue, and if you manage to get it placed, they might not gravitate to it correctly, but they do go through it all. Right, everything goes through. Right. I mean, definitely slower after hours trade. Yep, I don't feel like we're getting increased value on the machines. Yeah, we are starting to creep up, look, to the 5-6 grand figure now. That's just what I'm saying. Look at it now, they've all just jumped. I mean, we haven't seen a 6 grander yet. I come in here and there's a few of them. Where were we looking before? Was it down here? Have they suddenly jumped up? Well, there was one straight away, close enough. Do feel as though they've jumped up in price, don't they? That's probably an anomaly. Probably got missed on the last empty. I don't know, some of them seem to have jumped up a fair bit and others are still sitting at 2-3 grand. But definitely I feel they've gone up, don't you? But yet where's the people playing them, you know? Right, anyway. Oh gosh, it still needs 10 minutes or so this day. I've just noticed out of the corner of my eye over here, we're getting a bit low on the stocks of the minor items by the looks of it in here. Oh, I must sort this shop out. So how it works is the most expensive item, the lamp there, loads of that in stock. Once all these other things run out, they'll just switch to buying that. We've got that, I call it a backstop. So this is like an ideal sort of situation. You can see the shop here. While as this other stock is still in stock, there won't be much of that selling. It'll be selling in equal proportions. So I know there's still probably, you know, thick end 100 grand's worth of that sitting there to catch us if it runs out. But even so, it's early warning signs that what did I buy? 10 of each box, so they've gone through, you know, 10 boxes worth of stuff in 3 days. So we should really be restocking. That will run out. It's the machines I want to make sure last 10. Well, I'm monitoring really, not the shops as such. Although I'm interested to see how long they go. Looking good in here. Of course, the higher value shops will go through more stock. This being sort of one of the better ones. Yeah, we can see again. Oh, hang on, I forgot how I've laid this out now. Oh yeah, it's got top 4 best products out the front, and then also masking around these first 2 units, but all the other stocks in here, so they're still good. Yeah, but like the purpose isn't really the shops so much. Well, from my own point of view, that would be nice. But it's to try and at the end say, right, this machine, you know, will last you 20 days before you need to refill it, or whatever that figure is. Trying to get to that. Once I've got that data, you see, we can start pumping that in. So on my day system, if 0's the empty, 9's the empty, whatever, you know, certain days can trigger certain things. So if a certain thing runs out, so after 3 days, we know we have to trigger it every 3, 6, 9 days. And we have to go fill it up again. So that's the purpose of what we're trying to get to at the end of this episode. And as you know, get as much through the mall as possible with a fully stocked mall. After all the chaos we've caused in the last few, well, in mall days, it's weeks, isn't it? They've had about a month of hassle in mall days. So good fun. We've just ordered 50 grand's worth of the beer and another 50 grand's worth of the wine. Just because of a visual thing. I didn't order enough beer. I meant to go back and rethink it through. So I just got an initial dump and it's clearly run out already. So from purely I don't need to worry about the stock run out because there'll be loads of wine. But purely from a visual point of view, I'm working on this shop and I thought, I want to see some beer. So I've reordered the beer and just chucked a bit more wine in as well. Hopefully that gets us through the rest of the episode. Shouldn't need to touch it again. We'll see. Of course, I've got to bear in mind a lot of my thinking goes back to earlier levels. We're increasing day number rapidly, and we increased mall level, you know, a couple of times or whatever since I did some of the early tests. I don't know if increased mall level affects things. Very hard to ascertain. It appeared to when we got to level 40. It was like a 1-day event or something. We got a little bonus or something for hitting the mall level. Because we just suddenly jumped up in turnover for no reason, you know. And then it went down again, back to where we were. Right, how are we thinking about this? I really want these people to go home. I want to reposition my till. I did manage to get a walkway, you wouldn't think it, but there's actually a little walkway through there. So I could maybe reposition this wall here. Oh, go for it there. Yep. These boards actually were just always just sitting there waiting for a bit of a better solution. If we pop that there, yep, I can get through there and here. Okay, we can live with that, I guess. So when we've come up collecting, we come up, bounce round here, leave ourselves a little escape hatch. That one can stay in place then. Right, what's happening? That's not going to work, is it? I suppose we could angle these as well. Just have a little play. Haven't really done much with angles, really. A little bit in the, you know, everything's sort of straight. So I'm having some fun. Right, well that's the board's the wrong way around for a start. Although you can't see it, so it doesn't really matter. But Where are we in this shop? We pulled everything in. That's as tight as you're going to get it, isn't it? I think in there. Thinks. Oh no, that's not ads. That's our rack. Right, okay. Does this fit in here? Right, well that would make a lot of sense. Do we dare turn that round? It might show through gaps. I'd rather I had it where I was collecting against the back side of it, but right, let's put these here. Alright, well let's test that then. As soon as I've made a mistake, let's... Ah, okay. You can just see the top of the ad, can't you? It's not much though, you probably... Yeah, it'll annoy me. Okay. Which one was it? This one. Come on. I'll do. Right, so we come round this corner. We could sort of try and loop back on ourselves and then round out there, couldn't we? That's a good idea. Right. We will have a bit of dead space there, but for the sake, I love this effect that it's giving, making this bit look so much bigger by putting that angle in. Don't care for a little bit of dead space there. Right, I'm going to go and order some more ad boards and finish this off. Oh, I'm just struggling to get this last ad board in. I was trying to leave a little escape route there. I can't get them, two of them that way. We can still get in and out here. Not liking that at all though, really. Oh, till can move. We got away with it, but yeah. Try again. What can we do? What can we do? Just straight, maybe stacked or something. What if we just do this? Will that work? Actually turn it on itself. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, we can still click on them. There's no negative view at all, is there? Nope. Alright, well we managed to squeeze one in that bit of dead space. We will get another one in without blocking that door, so feel like we could get one there. Yep, I'll go and get one. Ah, I thought it was weird there was a gap there, there's a reason. Again, can we just corner it or something? Any way we can get it in? It might look a bit messy. There's plenty of room to get round it. Just thinking from a collecting, ding ding ding. That one there will get missed a lot, which means it'll stack up loads of money and give us a bonus one day. Bit messy, but we'll go with that for now. Right, let's sack my ladder off. Where are we? Stores. Workers. Oh, am I in the wrong store? Yes, this guy's the game store, isn't he? Alright, I'm having a... Isn't he the game store? Oh dear, what's going on here? This is the game store. Why is he not? Oh, it's the wrong one. So used to sucking them. Sorry. Right. So what I thought was, the thing is, it doesn't really let you build across the entrances, which I can sort of understand why maybe, but where's he gonna stand? Right there, isn't he? What about that? No, I don't like that. Oh dear, I'm gonna get a customer. Oh, I'll give him a minute. Just want to line the edge of this, maybe in a bit. Oh, it's tight. Good grief. Alright, yeah, we'll go with that. I like that. So now when we come bombing in, the crowd will sort of naturally now stand there, won't they? In that little gap. Oh yes, I like this. And we can get round there, get to our ad boards. Lovely. Bit of a bounce around, but yeah, if I pull the desk forward to give us a bit more. I suppose I could angle this sort of going backwards, you know, sort of, rather than square on. No, I quite like that. I don't know, what do you think? Certainly looking better than it was. I think, can we squeeze another one of these in here? Yeah, probably. Hang on, let's just pinch this one at the end here. Okay, we're going to have to move that out of the way for now. I'm just really trying to hide all these ad boards behind, obviously. Alright, that's a bit better. And we need maybe... I had a spare ad board over here somewhere, didn't I? That one. Maybe just one of these here. Oh, it's gonna be tight. No, can't do it. Unless we carried the line on. Oh, it's gonna look a bit silly, isn't it? No, that's not gonna work. Gives us a doorway, but it doesn't look good at all. Can that one shift up a bit? No, it was just... I think it was as far as it could be. Oh, done it. Lovely. Got there in the end. Right. There's a little space sort of there. No, it's glass, isn't it? I wonder if we can get a plant or something just to pop in there. Right, I've just realised mall's closed, isn't it, really? Oh, jolly good. Right, well let's flip the day then, that's more important. Yeah, it's about standard. Okay, I rejoin you at the end of day 434. It's a bit of a nightmare day. Oh, it's been terrible. I've been mostly in other windows editing and video and getting. I actually did it. I got it up. It's on YouTube now. You've already seen it a few days ago, probably by the time you see this one. But anyway, finally there, the nice new logo on there on the front thumbnail, I should say. Right, so I'm very pleased about that. I've pulled my hair out with limited tools at my disposal. Managed to pull it off. However, the game has been running in the background awfully slowly. I haven't been taking too much notice of timings and stuff. I've just been away. It's been dragging on. I'm at 7:30 now this evening. We started this morning. Crikey, about 10:30ish, something like that. So we've had a shed load of the games we're running, and I've been, here to move days on and stuff. But very slowly, and we've only achieved 4 full days of turnover. So this is a nightmare. So not good at all. Leaderboard's interesting. I was just watching my opening clip before I came to do this one, and if you go back to the beginning of the video, I think it's the same video, 434. Red here was below us and has just gone whoomp. What a payday he's had. So, wow, I can't keep up with that. But other than that, we're hanging in there. I don't think Kim's moved. Feeks is pulling back on us. He's been active, I've noticed. I've been adding little bits of turnover. We've only been doing 1/2 mil a day, and I've only done, 5 days. So we've only banked about 2.5 mil through the tills so far, which is, for the amount of time we've been playing, pretty pathetic. So I'm almost was pondering as to whether to abort, but that's the problem I've got. How do we abort now? Because it's lagging. I've got low frame rate, even though there's nothing happening. After I pull this switch, I'll reset the day, but I'm then going to go and have a complete reboot, just in case it's video editing or something in the background causing me problems here. It shouldn't be. The game was playing okay. It does seem to be laggy now, so I won't force you to go around the warehouses with me, but I'm just going to double check there's nothing weird going on. Then I'm going to reset the day, and I'm going to time the blue screen of death again, because I have a feeling that's getting a lot longer. So if my suspicion, why have we got these massive delays now? We weren't getting them since the patch. So it's one of 3 things. It's all the extra boards out there. It's all the claw machines coming online, where it hadn't had to deal with that. It's a combination of both. It's possibly me doing editing and things in the background. I'll bet it was running slow before I started that, so we can probably rule that one out. And previously it's never been a problem. So, is it the stock I bought? Are we just holding too much stock? I have sort of seen people theorise in comments and things that, too much stock in the back causes lag, but I've had pretty large chunks of stock in the back before. This was maybe a bit on, the higher side. It caused me all that grief. I can't even get out of here. I'm just lagging, and it's terrible. So yes, I shall carry on and execute that plan, because I can't stand this any longer. Oh, by the way, in the middle of all of that, I failed to clip the previous day, 433, and it rang in at 5:20. Okay. Oh dear, what a day we've had. You might have noticed in the top that we have jumped from wherever I just was, 435 was it, to 439, and I'll explain why. It's been a bit of a nightmare. Um, Around that time you saw that last clip, I was rolling the days and they were taking, well, in the footage there, I think I timed it. Sorry, it's hours and hours later now for me. But it was just taking so long, a thick end of 2 hours maybe plus per day. So we got, I think I started at about 10:30 in the morning or something, and by the time I was getting to that previous clip, it was by about 5:30 in the afternoon, and we were only about 3 or 4 days in. So way too long for the days rolling. And then also because while I was sort of, well, from that clip onwards certainly, trying to edit and finally got my one of the previous videos up, which I'm trying desperately to catch up on the YouTubes because I'm about 4 episodes in front as I'm filming. So yes, I made progress there, and that's a different story. Jump through hoops. Yes, like I said, it is a different story. But yes, I don't know what happened, if it was just my PC. I did actually film a little clip between this one and the last one, and as I've just gone to review it to remind myself what I said, I found out the audio wasn't working again. So, if what I was basically saying at that point was, oh, this is so slow and laggy, and it was just like back in the old days. Before they patched up the lag problems, I was literally getting about 2 frame rates. It was jerky. I was glitching into walls. It was just a nightmare. I couldn't do anything. Now, in fairness, I hadn't really noticed how bad it was because I was working away in different windows and then coming back at the end of the day and just flicking the switch over. But it was getting incredibly difficult. So at that point, I switched. I got to the end of that day, closed it off. Was unable to clip it. Let's just open the store, be efficient. And yeah, I then had to wait nearly, was it 8.5 minutes for the blue screen to bring me on to the next day before I could actually quit the game. So quit the game, I actually didn't reboot, I completely shut down my PC, it's been on permanently for a month or so now, playing this game pretty much. Not constantly, there have been reboots along the way, but this was a complete full shutdown. Give it a rest, give it a cool down. Booted it all back up eventually, got back into the game, which then took another 8-9 minutes to do the the initial loading screen. And we finally got back to it. It was still a bit laggy and long at that point, but I was away in other windows frustratedly trying to make thumbnail images that look nice, which I did, put a load of them up onto the YouTubes, and realised right where I'd put what the main content of that particular video was, YouTube was overlaying with the length of the video in the bottom sort of right there. So I was like, oh no. So I went back to redo the thumbnail. And this is my gaming PC. It doesn't have all Photoshop or anything, business software or anything like that on it. So I was like, oh, it's a bit of a pain too. And the Windows Movie Maker thing that I used to use in the past when I was messing about with videos, it's changed. It's now switched to a new improved version, allegedly, that you now have to buy, which I paid for last week, to start doing this, because I realised that Microsoft have deleted a nice little program that I used to have sitting there in favour of one I now have to go and buy off them. Yeah, that's progress. And it's lovely, actually, in fairness, this new version. It's very, very good. And it's also very, very, can I swear, crap. It's unbelievable. So to take this example, so I'd made this nice thumbnail sort of little video to then screen grab and just use as a thumbnail. And it's weird. You go into Movie Maker thing now, and you get a nice screen of all these features you can do, and they're brilliant individually, Very quick, very intuitive, lovely, easy to use. But there's no ability to save the project. So it's like every time you have to start it and redo it. So I had to redo the whole setup, which included, multiple videos coming in different, the four corners. You've probably seen the one on this one. It'll be that format, I would imagine. I'll be going with it now. I've got it. But, it's a nightmare. So I had to do that. Create a new video to do sort of the background. Then import that video into a new project, which is a different sort of side of the program. And you can save those. But once I got it into that project, I then do a text overlay feature. Then preview it. Then screen grab the thing. And finally I got an image. But yeah, what a process. And how bizarre that they have all these wonderful features on the front page of this program. And it's like one-off. You just do it once and that's it. And you can't save your project. You can only save the finished file. It's just bizarre. It just makes you scratch your head, doesn't it, sometimes? Do these people actually use the software that they make? Because I don't think they do. The number of softwares I've got that I just think that. And it's like, why do you do it like this? It used to be nice and intuitive and easy. And now you've got a nice update, or not so nice update, or whatever, it's progress, and they just turn really good products into piles of dog poop. So sorry if I'm a bit frustrated about that. So eventually I settles into sort of actually sit and play the game properly and not be distracted and AFK playing. And the days, I haven't actually been timing them. I've had struggles with, sort of tech. I wasn't really wanting to plug this screen capture in and stuff because I wasn't really doing anything anyway. There wasn't much to report. I was just sort of idling a lot of the time, as I said at the beginning, and a nice chill day. Oh, supposedly it was supposed to be a nice chill day. Right, stop ranting and let's talk about Mall Simulator. Where are we? So we're on day 349. We will be cash collecting today. Finally, I've got here. It's now running about 4 o'clock in the morning, so this beginning of this episode's gone for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, coming on 18, 19 hours. I have been away and had sleeps and stuff as well as eating and living, and finally got yesterday's washing hung up and things like that. So I haven't been sitting playing for that long. Yeah, so I came back to it sort of an hour or two ago, and I just thought, well, I don't know what's caused these massive lag problems. It could have been, I mean, it's okay now, it's running quite smoothly. I'm not getting a brilliant frames per second, but on my rig I'm getting what I normally get when I'm looking at the people walking about like this. You can't see the little numbers I can see on the top, but sometimes you might see me just do this before I end the clip, and that's just meaning I'm trying to improve the frame rate and speed things up if I'm AFK. But yeah, it's not running too bad. Like I say, I haven't really been tracking the day's length too much. It feels like they're getting a bit shorter. So I'm a bit bemused what's caused today's problems. I did a lot of things differently for this episode. We've got massive stocks in all the warehouses in the shops, so that's not normal. I've turned on all the claw machines. Actually, I've found a load that are just in boxes, so technically not all the claw machines, but there's about another 30 kicking about on pallets and stuff somewhere. But anyway, I've turned on a lot more than previously were in use, let's put it like that. In the previous episodes I've increased numbers of arcade machines. I've certainly in the car park increased the numbers of the ad machines. So what's caused my problems? Was it just my machine overloaded? Well, no, that I can rule that out. It wasn't me doing other stuff in the background, because for one, this was very, very slow from the offset today. The load-in times are a signal. On a previous clip, either the previous video or this video, I forget which, I was timing the loading screens at about 3 minutes 15 seconds. So to go from that to 8 minutes something, 9 minutes, is not good. So, question is what's causing that? And obviously, it's got to be the increase in the number of machines. But I don't know how the game's working in the background with like the claw machines. When you fill it, is that 30 objects? Is each piece of gold a different object? So you've got that one machine potentially is 30, one object for the machine and 30 for all the stuff inside. It potentially is a lot of tracking for the game to do. Hopefully it's not quite working as inefficiently as that with the claw machines, but who knows. So that, is that a graphic of this thing with 27 suites in it? Now is that a graphic with 26 suites? Are all these 26 things in there objects? If they are, there's thousands of additional objects suddenly come into my game, because previously these weren't full. The claw machines weren't full. The stock rooms, obviously, your objects weren't full. So I've just added a huge amount of objects into the game. Sorry, for people who don't know computer sort of terminology, everything you see is an object. So that's like that little suite we just flew in there. That's what we class. So every little thing in the game is a separate object and being tracked by all the computer code behind the scenes. And I've obviously added a massive load onto that. So lessons to be learned. So if we're going to get, we might. I mean, the original object of this episode was to see if I could get through 10 days without having to restock anything, and I've achieved that completely. The only thing I did restock along the way was an extra order into the wine bar at one point, purely because the beer had run out. Because I wasn't thinking when I put the beer order in. Originally, I only kind of got 1 day's worth, not 10 days worth. So the beer quickly ran out. So I topped that order up. That's all I've done with regards to ordering. I haven't ordered any stock. I haven't ordered or done anything with machines at all. So that's a success in that sense. However, if it's going to cause all these delays and turn the game from going from 30, 40 minutes a day on a normal roll to, an hour and a half, 2 hours, that's just ridiculous. It's not efficient at all. It's quite nice in some ways because, if you want to potter about and take your time and build a wall outside or redo one of your shops or something, it's lovely from that point of view. You get all the time in the world. So what I have been doing, because I can't really do much else in the store for this trial, can I? So I switched my time to from, if you'd seen the previous episode, I worked on the wall over there, and we've actually got a layer of about 5 or 6. How many did I get? Oh, done a bit of more work here, tidied this up a bit down here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the outer 6 wall there. So sat down for a little game sesh. Thought I'm not going to screen record at the time, just so there's no stress on the machine, just in case. I don't like to see big black squares like this. Means there's a lot of people stood there. I go around in circles on this one. Is this just a game running normally, and that's just a queue spot and they're waiting patiently to go and join whatever shop they're supposed to be going to? Or is that bugged? I did have success in the past with these things. Just drop it right on the... Yeah, you see I've freed her up there. Off she goes. So in the past when I've been running around the store looking for something, it's stuff like this I've been looking for. Haven't done this in a while. Now that woman walking off originally, was that coincidence? Or was it because I bashed her? Or was it just her time to go at that point? It doesn't seem to be doing it now. It does move them, but I've done this in the past and it's spewed like 10 people suddenly walk away. No, I think that's a normal one. I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. Put this back. Oh, come on. Oh, the only thing I might have filled up along the way is this little machine, as you might have seen me earlier. Just do that, just so that it's not sitting empty and takes some money. Yeah, that's about the only thing I have done machine-wise. Right, anyway, sorry, I've come back inside. Yeah, I was about to say the tills have stopped ringing, but then a sale went through. Let's just have a little... Oh, never mind, they'll sort themselves out eventually. So, yes, the previous sort of hour or so, maybe, I don't know what time, I've been building up multi-layered wall here. Actually, I've got better, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, we're going to get 10 at this side. So all of this is new. That wall there was already in place. This one here was already in place. But all of this is what I've been doing while I've just been waiting for the rest of these long days to run out. There's not a lot I can do about the amount of stock and stuff. I've just got to wait for them to sort of buy it all, haven't I, and then run it down again. I think that will help bring us back in line. I've got all these. I don't like this. I've got them all over the place. I mean, you do see people sort of spawning and standing in the car park, but as I say, the big black squares are a bit of a giveaway. Oh, the day just flicked. Sorry, I'm just watching. Usually after it gets to 10 o'clock, you notice it frees up. You do seem to get this bottleneck, don't you? We've said it before, around the 10 o'clock mark. I mean, the tills are sort of ringing at some point, whatever it is. Hopefully it'll free itself up if I can't find it. We'll try the running around the store trick and see if that helps free him. Also, let's just have a little look. Yeah, see, as I'm running around, we just had 3 tills go there, ding, ding, ding. Whereas previously it wasn't that fast. What's happening down here? Oh, that's weird. I can see on those back shelves I've got supplies of all the cheaper items. I've got supplies of the most expensive one, but the next 3 expensive ones, apart from one left there, have run out. The turnovers I've been getting on the days you've missed were pretty standard. Apart from the one day I had to just pull the switch. That was the day I had to reset my machine. I just gave up and pulled the switch just so we could sort of save progress and advance the day. That day I only pulled about 1/4 mil. All the other days have been 1/2 mil steady. In fact, it's been creeping up, so I'm guessing somewhere like maybe in here. Yep, right, here we go in the cafe. So the stock control system I did here was perfect, really. At the beginning of the week, everything was nicely stocked for a few days. We've still got a bit of stock of the big cakes, but which means to me that it's telling me that if we've got big cakes left, we haven't even fallen back to the sprinkles yet. But I have seen a little bit of an increase in turnover the last couple of days because what's happened, the stocks of these things have run out. So obviously we're just selling the expensive cakes now. So as a backstop, that's great. It keeps your shop ticking over. If you're forgetting to top up your what do you call them, donuts and things. Oh, that's nice of me to leave myself that there for next time I come. Not very pretty for the customers, but hey ho. Yeah, just slow, isn't it? It's like one till every. Oh, as I say that, it does 2 tills. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, right here, we've just got the backstop product in play. Everything else is sold out. But even so, 10 days worth without restocking, and we're still selling plants on the final day at 10 o'clock. So that was a success. What I maybe didn't do properly was, make an exact note of what was bought. It was 10 items of each, that's right. I think I did whatever needed to fill the front shelves and 10 items of each, that's right. And then 100 grams worth of the backstop item was kind of where I was going. A little bit less maybe in one or two of the cheaper stores. So yeah, that formula got us through 10 days. But if it's that's cost me these long delay, even if I'm not lagging, the long, like technically we're not lagging now, but it's still going to be a long day in respect of physical actual time before I can pull the switch. So yeah. So during all of this, I'm thinking, well, this isn't the way to go. Right, yesterday's episode. I did 20 days. We could probably realistically just say 10 days would be normal, or at least a normal sort of, daily, enough time to do in one day for most people if they're having a good sesh. Me doing 20 days is pushing things. If you're a bit of a night owl like me, then you might be able to pull it off, but most people wouldn't. So yes, I've just thought, right, well, I'll have to go back to flicking the switch more regularly, whatever. So to compensate lost sales, we need to build more of these. So I just thought, I've just had a jolly little time just pottering about doing this. So, they must have been up for a couple of days, those first ones. I was trying to get an accurate reading of one that's just gone up, but I've got 2 days worth in them. That's weird. I've just put these down. Ah, there's the number. Oh no, maybe it was yesterday, sorry. 336 is, I think I've been quoting 338 is a daily income. It's 336. Right, so there, payback straight away. Actually, it is cash collection day, isn't it? So I will go and run round all everywhere. There's footage on previous videos if you want to actually see me do this. The 10 mil, the title, this video titled "Can I do 10 mil in one day? Shocking results on the cafe" or something. It says that video. You come with me on the whole cash collect. Alright, there's a few new things since, but it's nothing secret or anything. It's all on that video. So if you want to see the whole thing, takes a while. So I'll do magic finger and be back with you in a second, and we'll have all the money in the bank. Oh, let's make a note. 201.4 before I start. Just how many customers have we got left? Yeah, there's quite a few. I'll do arcade machines, and apart from these ones on the front, claw machines last. Yeah, I'll do all the boards first, then come and do the machines, just to maximise. Actually, let's just have a little look at the leaderboard. Right, I was position 3 not so long. I should have popped this up first. You've got to grab those screenshots when you get them. Never mind. So these 3 people have logged in and pushed us down. But it was looking like that before. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The little gang of us that are in this sort of league here. Now, interestingly, I'm pretty sure when I was reviewing clips from just earlier this episode, Red was sitting down here somewhere, and he bangs about 40 million in one day or something. I need to just confirm that and look back again, but he's shut up. So, yeah, interesting. I don't know. I mean, I did I break the 20? I don't think I broke the 20. I got close a couple of times. So to do that kind of turn in one day, he's been stacking for, a long 40 in-game days or whatever if he's doing the same turnover as me. Or he's got a gazillion ad boards out early that have just been stacking up. I don't know what game. I'd love to see what's going on in these guys' multis. Don't think Kim's moved. I've just steadily gone up with the little bits of turnover I've been doing, as has Feeksy. He's been trailing me all day, doing the same. So he's just rolling his days. You can see he goes up at half a mil at a time, half a mil, whatever. So both of us are just stacking our machines. I'm going to collect now, which we'll see the fruits of today's labour will be pretty rubbish compared to yesterday. So it depends how many machines he's got going. When he does a payday, he'll probably take the lead again. We'll see, because you can see he's clawed back a heck of a lot of the lead I had. So because I've had such a nightmare day, which we're trying to put right now. So that's a shame really, because we were doing well from a leaderboard point of view, and today's just been a nightmare. Okay, well let's see if we can pull it back round with the cash collect now. I suppose as we come round, I've got good figures here, 10 days. Those have just spewed out about 400 each. So, you know, what's that, like one trade a day through them. These machines, after 10 days, now I normally do, it feels like I normally do better, but maybe I've been rolling a bit longer than 10 days. So, 4,000, I'm trying to get an average feel for it. 2, 5, oh, I emptied the first ones, I wasn't really looking what I was doing. Oh, we've got other machines. I'll come back to these with the other machines and we might be able to work out some numbers better. But from a stock control point of view, you can see these are fully, I mean, they've sold a few, haven't they? But that's fine. I mean, they're going to last ages before they need refilling. That's after 10 in-game days. I've just found the pallets of claw machines I was talking about. Here they are. I won't be putting them. So these claw machines back here, just having a quick peek, 10. First one had 10 in it. They've all just had 10, 11 grand there, quite consistently. Oops, sorry, hang on, I'm lagging a bit for some reason. Right, that one a bit, 6.5, 14, so that equals 10 between them. So yeah, we're averaging 10 through the claw machines, which, pretty sure that's lower than normal. Oh, that's a good one, 20 there. I got it in my head I'm doing 2.5 through claw machines. So maybe we've hit a limit where we've maxed them. And it's now just spreading whatever money between them all. Because at 10 grand, 10 days, that's 1,000 a day. It's not hard maths, is it? Well, that's down. I think as an exercise, you know, the thought of taking gold out of these machines is just horrifying to me after all the effort of putting it in. So I don't think I'll be doing that. I'm just going to have to just wait till they sell out, and I won't be restocking them. That's all I can do, isn't it? So I think I'm going to have to suffer a few long days until I get the stocks down and the gold and the claw machines down. If it's these advert boards causing the problems, then we're in trouble. So I'm rather hoping it's the stock, because I'm not undoing all this. It's taken way too long to put in. Oh, sorry, that needs. Just thought I'd video this bit, so the fruit of our labours from the last episode. And as you see, I run back up because you always miss them, and then you go back down again. It's sort of hard to strafe, and well, it's not so bad going this way actually. Thinking about it, it's hard going the other way because I need the same fingers. I need the same finger to press both buttons. So yeah, I've got to try and design these things so it's always lefty, haven't I? Should have thought about that before. Right, that's, oh, I'm getting confused where we've been now. But yeah, I haven't quite worked out my route properly. So now we got this one, that's right. Yeah, just a case of whizzing up and down quickly. Some of them I pulled out from the rear board. We had 11 grand in. Oh, there was a 6 there. 7, 7, 5. So they're ones I've missed last time. Oh, actually, let's not worry too much about missing them. I'm not that bothered. We're not going for a world record turnover or anything here. I just want to get some money in the bank, keep the leaderboard going. Anyway, I'll click off now, and I'll join you shortly. Oh, I've just found. Oh yes, I hadn't quite finished this one, so I'm gonna have to. Right, bit more work to do finishing. I thought I'd finished up here. I've started at the other side. So drinks machines, just a few £100 each. So that one's done quite well. Yeah, 45. Sold like one can or something in 10 days. That's crazy. So I'm just completing everything from outside. That's it. I think, did I get this? Did I get them? I think I've done all the walls. It gets a bit confusing sometimes. I am going to have to literally make myself a maze, so it just, idiot proofs it for me going forward. Especially if I sort of leave the game and come back later, I'll be like, oh, how do I do this? So, interesting though. I'm just looking because I've noted for once the starting bank there. Okay, we've had a few shop sales going on in the background as well, but they're not that much. So it looks like we've banked, so was it 201.4, I remember? So we banked 2.3 million. Crikey. Just from the car park. That includes the parking, so that's 10 days, so it means I'm basically pulling 200 grand a day from this, just here, at present. Oh, I didn't. Do you know what I've done? I made the same mistake last time I cash collected. I forgot this wall, haven't I? And then all my new walls, which haven't got much in, but oh, alright, give us a second. Okay, right, so I've just collected those in now as well. So, it doesn't affect the figures too much, has it? So we've gone, 2.5 mil, including the last of the shop sales. So, that's not bad, 10 days. So in theory, if we did, now that does include those claw machines there, which let's knock them out, the figures going forward. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't empty one or two of these. That's why I should do it at the end. Look at this, they've already taken more money. So yeah, if these are taking 10 grand each, knock 100 grand out for this turnover. I missed that one completely. Yeah, so without the claw machines we'd be about 2.4 mil just off ad boards and all these other machines at the front. Crikey, that's better than I was thinking. Right, and also we're going to have a bit of a bumper day from the toy shop because that completely got missed in the last cash collect. So that's going to bump today's figures up a bit, just bear that in mind. Right, I'll carry on. Slightly better results off these claw machines. Was more averaging about 12. But that might, it's not per cluster, is it? It's an average of the whole lot of them, so I might find, oh look at this, 16. So I mean, they seem a bit higher, don't they? So maybe location does affect this. Definitely getting better figures inside from the claw machines than the ones on the car park. Oh, well there's some data maybe. On that vein, let's just have a little peek in here. 17, 10, 10, 16, 13, 12, 11, call that one, 11, 11, I'm trying to work out a bit of an average. But we're oh well, apart from that one, that's 7 there, these are all 10 minimum, quite a lot of them are more. There's another 7 there bringing us down. But yeah, disappointing results I'd say there on considering I've been, letting the days run, apart from that one day where I cut it short, they've been, the mall's been at empty level, kind of, 3 cars left and a couple of people stuck on the lift. That's all I've had at the end of the day. So yeah, disappointing results on the claw machines. So I'm thinking now they're like the arcade machines. Once you go over a tipping point, you don't do any better. Is where my conclusion's coming to. Photo booths, 4, 3, 3, 6, 9. Oh, trying to do some quick math. It's three or 4 grand a piece, isn't it, on average? I feel I know I've got clips of me walking past these things, and they've had like 20 grand and 30 grand in them. So what's happening here now? Everything's like down. Now, okay, the previous video I ran about 25 days before collecting, but prior to that I wasn't. I'm sure they used to do better. I haven't added any extra claw machines, so if adding more machines eventually levels them out, we're not guilty of that with these, unless were stocked up very well. So if there's just one machine that's got stock in and the others haven't, then it gets all the business. It looks like you're doing a load of money on it, maybe. That wasn't my interpretation of how this game was working previously, though. But like I say, maybe there's some magic numbers out there. Right, 14, 14, 2, 2, 12, 2, 7, 2, 8. These are going up in card value as well. 3, 2. This one usually does well. Oh, not so good. 16. 2, 3. 2, 4. I think that's just the same machine again. 2. I've got footage, haven't I, of pulling 10, 12 grand every time. Right, I'm getting befuddled now. Because again, I haven't added any new claw machines. The only difference is I've stocked the buggers up. Yeah, when I just chuck like one quick pack of cards in as I'm passing, I just seem to pull thousands out. You go to all the trouble of filling it all up, and it's done less money. It feels like it. What is going on? Yeah, I got some really good numbers out of this one. I haven't sort of documented that because it's all over the place. And got missed on the last cash collection. But basically every advert board I've just pulled about 11 grand out of. And the claw machines, the little cluster of claw machines, had about 50, 60 grand each in them. But not really relevant. It's all over the place with how long it's taken to accrue that. But still, that's, I would imagine, put us a nice dollop in. Oh, I'm just in the game shop, look, 4 grand. 3, 3, 4, 5. Look at the drinks. Compared to outside. Hundreds of dollars here. What, did I get 1 can of something outside? So that's interesting. These card machines certainly seem to have done better than the ones at the front. Bear in mind, everything at the beginning of this run, everything was full. Every single machine was full. Apart from 2 I missed upstairs. Back of the supermarket, look, 660, 650. How interesting. Okay, these machines here are pulling better numbers. These have all pulled 5.5, 6 grand. The ones on that side, hardly anything. That's okay. My faith is restored a bit there. Well, 1,500 at the front, 5 grand here. It's just a strange dispersal of the money through these machines. That's all. So they have done quite well. I always seem to miss one there. Oh, that one was alright. Yeah, I suppose in the past I've been doing 20 days or more. Of course they're going to look better, aren't they? Another £4 out of that. But, I mean, when you consider 3,300, plop it once, collect for life, 4,000. Look at all the effort stocking up and everything. Risk of it running out, not making any money at all. Lots of labour, well, not lots, but, you know, regular maintenance in the meantime. That's the problem. These ad boards, they're so overpowered, they need rethinking, I think, really. Especially if you could have a global leaderboard, it's ridiculous. Because the only way to get on that leaderboard is spam ads. It's the only way. I've tried to avoid doing that in this game since I sort of started doing the YouTubes and everything, to try and keep on top of the leaderboard, to make it more interesting for viewers, you know. You know, as well as the game aspect of it. But it's silly. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, it's silly. We should be rewarded for running nice, fully stocked malls and you know, doing the job, not for the game rewards you for winding your stock down and scamming advertising agencies, which becomes, if you want to ladder up, it has, you know, if you want to hit the top spots on the leaderboard, it's the game you have to play, because everybody else is going to be playing it up there. They have to be, you know, you can't bang 20, 40 million a day in. It's the only way you can do it. Even then it's hard work, you've got to have a lot of them. And then you just got to roll your days, roll your days, roll your days. I'd rather be, you know, stocking my shops and running a mall. But anyway, rant over. Let's try and... what have I picked that up for? I'm so used to running around with them in my hands. I think I wasn't really concentrating in there. Right, that's the downstairs done, bar the gold in the middle. I've done all the machines around the edges. I'm going to grab the gold now because I'm likely to forget otherwise if I'm not careful here. So, they're up a bit. 17, 10, 13. Yeah, what do you reckon? We're averaging about 12.5, 13, aren't we, I'd say. Oh, there's 20 there, that's nice. Another 20, that helps. It's possible they got missed though, although I'm usually quite careful doing these ones. Yeah, going by the rest, I suspect those two at the end were 20 and were missed, so they'd have been about 10. Poor. I was hoping for a monster crop on gold. But by having all the machines full, we've just reduced the amount in each one. Sure of it. I'll test that going forward. Once they run out, we'll just have these ones in the middle and we'll see how much they do in a 10-day period. I bet it's a damn sight more than that. I'll come back to the arcade later because that's still quite busy. Yeah, these little things. Again, trying to work out. I think the ones at the front ran out. Oh no, that was a previous. I haven't topped anything up apart from that one thing I mentioned. So about 1,500 quid. Bit lower as an average. 1,400 quid as an average, maybe. So how many is there? So 10, 15 grand, 20 grand. 4 advert boards replaces all that. Yeah. Right. Oh, I had a little bit of I started tidying up in here, look. At least I've got boxes all over the floor now. What did these things do? Yeah, pretty constant then. About what? Then you get anomalies like that. I'll have it. Ooh, missed these. Chances are I missed that machine as well. Missed these advert boards from before, look. Well, those two at least. Not much else in here really. Right, I'm going to crack on anyway. Okay, interesting. In the cafe, look, the drinks machine's done £1,000. The snack machine's done 1,200. And the second drinks machine's done 600. So it would have... I hadn't really noticed that before, the different price, the different values you're getting for different locations. It would make sense in a game like this. I just didn't think it was that advanced. Right, that makes one scratch one's head and rethink things maybe. Got 700 out of this one on the walkway. Oh, bumper one here, 1,300. Look. What's this one? Oh, levelled out by that one though, but definitely doing better numbers inside. Got £4,000 out of the first couple, so getting a nice sort of, what was that about? Sorry, hit the button by mistake. About £5,000 per machine out of those ones at least. Oh, sushi bar. Yeah, these machines in here have been pulling a bit better than the 5. As you can see, 776 and a bit of a poor effort at the end one there. Mind you, that was down before that end one, wasn't it? I might reposition that somewhere. Yeah, 8. That's what I've been pulling out here. Sort of 6, 7, 8 as the norm. 3. Average of 5, I guess. 6. Call it 5. 7.5. 7. 7. Yeah, it's a 5 or 6, isn't it? Really average. A little bit more, maybe. Okay, just the arcade downstairs to do now. 3.5. 6, 6. One thing we didn't try in the arcade was just knobbling all the cheap machines and just having the gears. So I might actually revisit the arcade in a future episode and do that. And just pull all these others down and replace them with those big pallets worth of the gear there, sitting doing nothing. And after the way today's gone, I don't mind running them all empty to do more deep dives and stuff, because with one shop open you run the days very quickly, as I've demonstrated, and you can re-roll a day 3 or 4 times. You might only be making 120 to 150 grand instead of your 5.5. But you do that sort of 3 or 4 times an hour instead of an hour and a half, 2 hours. You actually make more. And then, of course, all your advert boards have just gone, instead of pulling 3, I'd have been pulling 6, 12. I'd have been pulling £12,000 out of advert boards and things. So, yeah. Right, I think that's everything. I got the lot in here, didn't I? Yeah, we're done. Right, oh, actually, this might be better than I was thinking. 209.2 up there, so we've done about just shy of 8 mil, haven't we? Okay, jolly good. Let's see. 7.5. Right, well that's actually up on what I thought it would have been, so I'm pleased we've not had too bad a cash collection day. I mean, in fair, yeah, I cocked up on previous episodes. I should have just stuck to 10 days and we'd have had good data then. So going forward, I'll try and stick to it. Um, but yes, in the past I was doing sort of five. I have pulled a seven. Obviously, we pulled the 11 that day and the 19s and stuff, but they were over longer periods. So just for a 10-day period, I'd say that's very good. I'm pleased. I'm seeing the fruits of my efforts for the new ad boards in the car park and stuff. So, and with what I've done the rest of the day through the store, what do we have? About 5 days worth. We've done 5 mil less that bad day. So in all, about 12 and a half, I'd say, on the for the episode. Um, all right, well, I'm a bit happier. I'm a bit happier. If this had come in at 3-4 mil or something, I was going to be in trouble. But as it is, we'll crack on, and I think I'll do a totally different playstyle on the next episode, and we'll try and see if we can beat this on a 10-day period. But we'll switch it back to doing them fast, um, and then see if the extra ad board revenue, what difference it makes to this. So yeah, join me in that one to see how we get on. Thanks for bearing with me and my moaning and grumbling at the back end of this episode. I do apologise if my mood's got a bit lower, but it's been a very frustrating day from both a laddering point of view and technical point of view and video editing hassles, which hopefully I've now ironed out. So it's all good going forward. Thanks for joining me. If you like the content, please subscribe and come along for the journey. See you soon. Right, just having a little look at the leaderboard. So our 7.5 mil is not showing on here, so let's call the half to round that up to 339. So we're looking at about 346. Oh, we've caught Kim. Oh, will we get in front? My math isn't mathing, it's quite late. But we're going to be very close, if not just pipping Kim. Well, that's good, because he was quite a way in front of us before, so I'm pleased about that. Yeah, so if we can bang another nice day through tomorrow, we'll be okay here. We might, I mean, Red had an absolute blinding day, as I mentioned, so we won't worry about the big boys at the top of that. Let's put Red as though he's number one from our league. Yeah, which would mean we're potentially chasing at his heels now. Lot to do to catch Red, an awful lot. Not quite sure what he's doing behind the scenes to pull that kind of day, and guess he hasn't emptied his machines in a long time. Huge payday, never seen anything like that. It was about 325 or something. He added about 335 maybe, and he added about 40 mil in one go. He just shot up. So well done you, sir. But yeah. All right. Well, let's just worry one target at a time. So we are gonna we were joining Kim. So that's actually far better than I expected to do. So it's not been that bad. Time-wise, it's been horrible. It's taken ages. So we could have had to, I could have been another 10 days along if we'd have done it the other way, which is what we're going to try next. Okay, cheerio.